Hey guys, today we'll be making an adorable Christmas Ruffle Scrunch Burlap Deco Mesh Wreath. What you will need, I have a 14-inch wreath ring, Chanel stems, 6-inch deco mesh, burlap, scissors, and a rotary cutter. Alright, let's get started. So I have cut all of my mesh into 8-inch long pieces. I have also cut my burlap into 8-inch long pieces, and I've cut my stems in half. I usually cut them into thirds, but since I'm using burlap, I want a little extra wiggle room, so I'm going to cut them in half so I have a little more stem to work with. Alright, and sometimes I do place my stems on my wreath ring first and then add the mesh, but this time I'm going to make bundles and then place them on the wreath ring once I'm all done. So what I'm going to do is start with a piece of burlap, and I'm going to just alternate, overlapping like halfway. So I have a piece of mesh here, and then my next piece overlaps halfway on top of the burlap, and then with the gold I come back on top of the brown. Just like that. So they're overlapping halfway, and the white and burlap are layered and the brown and gold are layered. And I'm just going to scrunch, 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 just like that. Take my stem and twist it around the center. Twist it a couple of times just to make sure it's nice and secure. And then you can flare it and fan it out as much as you'd like, but we'll be able to do that a little bit better once we add it to our actual wreath ring. So this is what it looks like. And I like to alternate the order of my mesh in my bundles, just because I feel like it just looks more fun and whimsical, and it gives you a chance to see every color as opposed to just the same color. So I'm just going to overlap, mixing up my colors. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. Take my stem and twist it a couple of times. I'm just going to continue until I get all of my bundles made. Then we'll add them to our wreath ring. So you can kind of see with the first two bundles, you can see more of the burlap and gold. But with this bundle, since I alternated again, you can see more of the brown. So it's going to look really nice when it all merges together. Alright, I'm going to get the rest of the bundles made, and then we'll start adding it to our wreath ring. Alright, so now that I have all of my bundles made, I'm going to start placing them on my wreath ring. I do have 4 pieces of mesh in each bundle, and I'm going to go with 3 bundles in each of my 6 sections. You can go with more if you want a thicker, poofier wreath. It's completely up to you. You can add more pieces of mesh to each bundle, and you can add more bundles to each section. So just adjust it accordingly. And you could place the stem on the center 2 rings, like that, and twist it. Or you can alternate outer, inner, all the way around the center 2 rings. I like to do it that way just because it makes it a little bit wider. Or you can go with the outer 2, inner 2, outer 2, inner 2. Possibilities are endless. It's just personal preference. But I'm going to go with the outer 2, inner 2, place my stem, twist it a couple of times, and then tuck it away. And the next bundle is going to go on the inner 2 rings. Place my stem, twist it a couple of times, and then tuck it away. And then the next will come back to the outer 2 rings, and I just alternate all the way around the wreath. If you don't have enough stem to twist around 2 rings, then you can just twist on 1 ring. That's perfectly fine. This is what it's looking like so far, halfway done. So cute and precious. Alright, I'm going to continue on and show you the finished product. Alright, so I have all of my bundles placed. Now I'm just going to go around and kind of fluff it up and flare it out, making sure it's nice and flared. Filling any gaps or spaces. Just separating the mesh to fluff it and flare it out a little bit more. You can always twist and adjust, make any changes you feel necessary. And since we use stems that match our color scheme, we don't have to worry about hiding those away, so that's always nice. And you are all done. So cute, simple, and easy to make. Modify the color, the style, add in any additional embellishments you prefer. You can even add an adorable sign to the center, some pretty ornaments, or any other type of decor. Have fun with it and make it your own. But it's so cute, simple, and easy to make. I feel like this makes a decent sized wreath, but again, if you want it even fluffier and poofier, you can definitely do so. Just add more mesh to each bundle or add more bundles to each section.